Hello, this is Hooked by Happenstance, and I'm Kendra, and it is Tuesday night, which means it's the perfect time for a Sunday sunrise. Heather, Bunnyfish Crafts, was commenting in her stories yesterday morning, because today is Tuesday, about how she can't get it together to do these on a Sunday, so she did it on a Monday. I couldn't get it together to do it on a Monday, so here I am on a Tuesday. This has been an interesting week. I feel like all the things just all of a sudden needed to be done and like done right away. So I've just been going from like squeakiest wheel to squeakiest wheel getting things done, and I'm kind of exhausted by the whole thing, but that's all right. It will all shake out, and I do feel like the necessity to get things done like quickly is coming to an end, because all the big things that like had time deadlines are mostly done. So now it's just a matter of me doing the things I have committed to do and or want to do and making those things happen. One of those things being posting things here on this channel, which has not been happening, but that is just because I've been working on secret projects, which makes for really bad things like podcasts, when everything you have to talk about, literally every project that was on my hook, I could not show you. And I had completed one thing, but I'd already talked about it, so it was like, there was nothing. So anyways, let's talk about the list. You're here to hear about my list. For those of you that are new, I guess I should start there. My Sunday Sunrise is my solution to New Year's resolutions, so instead of making goals in January, I make weekly-ish goals. I share them with you. We make a list with a big marker on a tiny paper so I can't overcommit, which we'll talk about here in a minute. And then I come back, shed some light on what I did or did not do, and then make a plan for the coming week, and then hopefully do most of the things on it. So, last week's list, I didn't mark things off, so we're just going to talk about them and figure out what I did. Video marathon. I did not do that. However, I did actively do planning for 2, like, 25-day plus projects between this channel and my daily vlog channel. So I did not film all the videos, but there's been lots of time and effort put into them, and I also worked a lot on the pattern that is coming up. If you did not already know, I am doing something called Jolly Joy and Other Junk. All of my patrons, so if you would sign up for my Patreon at $2 a month, you have access to, from the 26th through 25 days later, or basically it's going to be available to you through the end of December. But they're coming out once a day. You get a row of a shawlette scarf pattern that I designed and a video from me. And I thought these videos were going to make a little treat, and they were going to be short, like 4 or 5 minutes. First one was over 16, and yesterday's was almost 19. I don't know how long the next video is going to be, but they are not turning out to be short endeavors, which I'm fine with. I just want to let you know that there's stuff going on over there. So if you're interested, sign up. So that kind of covered video marathon. I like crossed that out and instead dealt with Jolly Joy and Other Junk. Yeah, that's the name. Okay, finishing 2 things. I finished the first prototype of the shawlette, and then I made a second prototype once I had retooled and fine-tuned the pattern, because I made some changes. And then I frogged the first shawlette, and I'm remaking it now, adding a bunch of beads. So, within the span of a very short period of time, I will have made the same shawlette 3 times. Maybe more, because I'm considering making another one too. So, we'll see. I do like the pattern, so I'm not mad about making more of them. It's just kind of funny that it's like very quick that this whole thing came fully to fruition, that I kind of got it all done, and time snuck up on me. So I did finish 2 things this week. Of course, I cannot share any of those things with you. Get a bingo. So, my bingo sheet, I've been filling it out. Again, if you are unfamiliar with this, I am doing a bingo game, which you can also find. This is free on my Patreon. And it has a bunch of fun things you can fill out for the month. Even if, the month is coming very quickly to a close. But if you'd like, you could try plugging in the things you completed for the month and just see where it all ends up. So, I have fully completed 2, 2, 4, 9 challenges, I guess, and I'm in progress on a couple more of this. I say 9 challenges because not all of them are projects. Some of them are like, you know, take pictures of something that's a finished object and share it on Instagram, that sort of thing. But this is where I stand. I have 1 bingo complete, and I have 9 spaces left to fill in. But the way that they are, like, situated is such that I don't have any other bingos complete. Sad times, people. Sad times. But I will shortly here. And the final thing on here was do a shop update, which turned out to be another thing that took a massive, massive amount of my time. There are a ton of new bags for the holidays. They are beautiful. Oh my goodness. The elegant Celebration Trees fabric is amazing, and so is the Copper Star ornament fabric. And then I make coordinating jewelry that matches them in the Progress Pretties, and like this is the one time I'm not wearing a set, so I ordinarily have a set on because that way I always have stitch markers on me. But I made matching Progress Pretties and earrings to go with those bags. So check it out, shop.HookedByHappenstance.com. Alrighty, so moving on to this week's list. Now, I recognize that it is Tuesday night, so it's going to be Wednesday before I really get into doing these things, which means I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I have 4 days to do these things. And there are 7 things on my list. So, I might not be taking my own advice this week about using the small paper and the big marker so you can't overcommit. But I totally think this is doable. So I went through my bingo board and figured out what I needed to finish this month to black out my board just because it's a personal, like, challenge to myself. Don't feel like you need to black out the board to let me know you're working on it. Just do 1 bingo and then tell me. But I personally have this conviction that I need to do it. So I'm working on it. So I need to make a hat. I need to make a doll, which I had somebody request. I need to finish a secret project that I have also has taken up a lot of my time that I can't tell you about. But it's very close. Like, I am a small number of not very long rows away from being done. I just need to sit down and do them. And then I want to work on these snowflakes that I pulled out during a Freaker Frog that I'm going to stitch into a tree. I need to start sewing the ends in on that so that I can stitch them into the tree, and then we can put them up in my house for the holiday times. So that is the 4, like, project things that I want to work on. And actually, like, saying them out loud, that seems very doable because it's 1 of those a day. And, like, the secret project is not going to take me a whole day. And a hat does not take me a whole day either. So those should be doable. The doll, we'll see how long it takes me. I have not been making toys lately, so I don't know if I'm going to just, like, pop it out, because sometimes they just, like, fly off my hook. Sometimes I'm a lot of practice. I don't know. I'm probably a lot of practice right now. We'll see. Next thing on my list is to stay on top of Jolly Joy and other junk. I am very excited about the project, and I want to continue to make it happen. So I need to keep that momentum up. The last 2 days have gone up a little late because the hamsters who run my internet are very tired. We had a bunch of snow the other day, and I've discovered that the internet keeps dropping here during, like, daylight hours, and I think it is because the snow melts and it gets in the lines. But at night, my speeds are better, and I think I have not really tried to upload much, but my speeds are better for downloading stuff and streaming stuff at night. So I think that the wires must freeze when it's dark. So I need to be better about getting these videos in at night. But it is really nice to, like, start my day and sit down and have, like, a cup of tea and talk to you all. So I'm thinking that tonight I'm going to film 1 ahead and upload it, and then tomorrow I'll film 1, and so then I can still film them in the morning, but they'll come out, I don't know. I need to be a more organized human. That's what it is. I need to be more organized, and mostly I just need to not, as soon as I, like, feel on top of things, add more things to my plate. Because that's just what I keep doing. As soon as I feel like, oh, you totally have a handle on things, then I'm like, that totally means there's room to handle more. There's not. But we're going to keep trying. Then I would like to film 2 videos for this channel here, in addition to the Sunday Sunrise. I'd like to do another Let Peach Flip pick, because I just don't feel like there's enough things on my plate. Well, actually, I just was looking at the things that I have on the hook list, and I'm ready for something new, potentially smaller, though maybe not. Maybe it'll end up being like Christmas presents, because I have some things to make, and maybe Peachlet will push me in that direction to start on some of the ones that I might otherwise push off, which is what she did last year, and that was extremely helpful. So, we'll see about that, but there'll be a Let Peachlet pick coming. And then a Freaker Frog, also for similar reasons, because maybe whatever I pick will turn into a Christmas present, or maybe I can then reclaim the yarn and use it for something else. I don't know. So those things need to happen. Does this sound doable? Probably sounds a little crazy, but I'm gonna give it a go. So, hopefully you all are having a nice week so far and have made some small goals. Y'all, my camera just ran out of both memory space and battery. Which is kind of like me. The brain is full and the energy is waning. But what I was saying before was that I have been trying really hard, especially when I do these things later in the week. So when I'm not going to have a full 7 days between, like, sitting down to make a list, I do try to count out how many days there are, and not, like, how many days of real work and doing things I have for the list that I am creating. And then I try to make sure that there's not more than, like, 1 project or a day's worth of project on there, because otherwise it just ends up being self-defeating, and that does nobody any good. Okay, I'm gonna go and edit this video so that the hamsters in my internet can get working on making it appear for y'all. I will see you all next time.